What's good with you? Welcome back. Grab your tea. The world is in a crazy state at the moment. Everywhere you look, there's something going on. There's pain, death, crimes, and while I'll always acknowledge the importance of watching the news and keeping up to date with what's happening in our world, I do feel that it's always best to take some time away from social media, from all these outlets that, for some of us, cause real bummers on our day and our mood. And I'm an example of that. Most of us barely have any time to process how we feel about the news or about the media we consume, because it's all happening at what feels like 300 kilometers or miles, depending on where you're from, a second. And, we all have to get our work, our jobs, and our individual tasks done, which is just how the world works. We are all busy trying to get our money, get our degrees, and even our lives in order, right? A huge part of what I mean is the recent news that just broke. I don't know if you're a lover of football. I, for one, am a huge lover of the sport. And we just lost Diego and Andre Jota in a car crash. Mind you, this was just 2 weeks after Diego was married. I don't know about you, but this is honestly some of the saddest news I've heard all year, and probably in a very, very long time. And I mean that. Not because I knew him personally, but because of how much perspective news like this gives you, how much reflection and time to pause and really think it gives you. Life is so precious and so fragile. News like this had me contemplating a lot, but also taking into account the loved ones I have around me and being more present and more in the moment. Take it in and tell the people you love how much you love them, and say it more. But rest in peace to Diego Jota and Andre Jota. Both of y'all will be missed dearly and never ever forgotten for the impacts that you left, not only in the sports, but more importantly, in your own individual lives, to the people that you love and the people that you care about. And with that being said, did the world take a moment to pause? Not really, because there is still so much else going on. These memes of World War III all over might seem funny, but I'll be real, they did get to me. All the news gets to me. Has me thinking, feeling, dreading, and fearing, which can lead to, I'll tell my own personal story, as my own view is the only view I know best, right? The stories on the news have had me in a state of thinking, and more particularly overthinking. The thought of World War III is a lot, and while I know we're not there yet, the thought is just crazy and it's been on my mind. The amount of wars, of people being killed, families losing their homes, their lives, the videos of missiles being launched that you can access by simply turning on your phone and hitting social media can leave me in a state of numbness regarding the work and regarding content. It's truly and well, honestly, the deepest thought of, is there even a point? It's the existential dread that can consume me at times, that can have me feeling like, is there a point of doing this? Will I live to achieve the goals that I want to achieve? It's running all over my mind, and it's getting worse. Everything in this world is getting worse. It is the changes that war inevitably brings. It's the inflation in the country that I live in getting worse. It's the lack of jobs. It's the markets becoming worse. It's the entire world kind of just on my chest at the moment. And it feels like it's just getting heavier and heavier and heavier. At least it felt that way for a very, very long time. It's the landscape of YouTube shifting when I want to do this full time. The ability to find a job is becoming so much harder. The world is literally becoming a harder place to live in, and everybody around me, whether it was in high school, whether it was in varsity, or whether it is around me now, is telling me kind of the same thing, which is crazy. It's a fact that this is all happening, and I know it might sound stupid, but it's really how I have felt for a while, and I won't deny it. I'll stand on it. and I'll be honest and open about it, because I guess that's what this channel is really about, right? Some people have the strength to just push on, to keep going through the crazy news and the wild events that are happening in the world, but for a while I didn't. I won't lie to you. But I say I didn't because it's in the past tense now, and I do now. And I want to share it with people who might be going through a similar experience, because I'll never just leave, this content on a low. We'll always leave it on a high, because there's always a solution to every single problem, even if you aren't the solution to your own problem. And I'll get into what I mean by that a little bit later. But let's continue. So, where did I get the ability to continue to get back into content creation and living a life without a fear of what will happen next and what might come out of the developing and never changing climate? It was simple. I had to let go and let God. I don't know who you believe in, but my faith has carried me through and continues to carry me through my obstacles and my problems. When I say I let go and let God, I mean I just had to accept that I can't control what I cannot control. And the pure fact that worrying about what I can't change was gonna destroy me the way it silently was. Letting go isn't the absence of facing the reality of what's going on. For me, it's simply the fact that we as people cannot find peace in the world, so we need to stop looking for peace in the world, because there is no peace currently in the world. I find my peace in the Lord. So, what do you find your peace in? If there's any advice I could give to someone who might be struggling or might be going through something that I'd simply say, do not find your peace in a world where there is no peace. And accept what you cannot control. Do not let the world and what's happening in the world rule over you. Rule over your emotions, over your mood, and over the actions of your day. You owe it to yourself to give every day your best shot, regardless of what the world might look like at the moment. I'm rooting for you. You can do this. You want something a bit more practical? I take it as far as to put your phone down. That's the biggest one I think anybody can say. It's something that our parents have always told us growing up in this new generation, that, put your phone down, go outside, experience the greenery of the world. And it's very true. So often it's crazy. Our phones give us the ability to focus on what's happening around us to the point where we fail to acknowledge the beauty of what's going on right in front of us. Whether that's family, friends, the job that you have, the job that you will get because you will get that job, or just the beautiful trees and the green plants and the forests and the water wherever you are. Take a minute for yourself to experience nature's beauty. There's so much about people that will corrupt the amazingness about what this world is, but if we put our phone down, if we stop focusing on social media, if we take the time to write something, to journal something, to keep our mind occupied with something peaceful, then we can find peace not in the world that has no peace, but for yourself. I also encourage you to find people that you can talk to about what you're going through, as we have people around us for a reason. We can't do this life thing by ourselves. We need to find a place to put our emotions, to put our deepest worries, to put our deepest troubles. And even if it's not a place where you can put them, it's a place where you can share them. Just put them out somewhere. Find a place to put them. Anywhere, honestly. If you don't have anybody to talk to, you can talk to me. I will respond to you. I won't ignore you. I don't have a big enough audience or following to do that, trust me. So I will respond to you and we can talk about it. I don't need to know your name. But, the beautiful thing about the internet, which is ironic because I told you to just put your phone down, but the most beautiful thing about the internet is that it can bring a bunch of strangers together who are going through similar problems that you wouldn't find around you. So let's take advantage of this community that we are building. If you're listening to this, everything is linked as well, and you can check me out. And I'll always be sure to tune in and to hear you out. But thank you for tuning in once again. I hope you were drinking your tea while we were having this conversation. And I will see you next week. Much love, stay safe, and please take it easy.